Next item on the agenda, discussion with possible action on contracts and real estate services for the sale of the bid property and notice for the request of bid. This item was placed on the agenda because of the fact that there have been some problems in that some of the personnel here at the district are not qualified to be handling this and showing it, and then they don't have the time, they don't work on Saturdays and Sundays when this property needs to be shown, and there are some concerns on their behalf, and this is why this was placed under. To read anything else into this is, again, like I say, fair, and it's propaganda or something that they want to make up something that is not there. So again, Ms. Barnes, what is the problem?
You know, in January, when this property was asked for the board to be sold, the for sale sign was placed there. Lupita was taking calls, answering the calls. She showed the property, and it's correct, like Mr. Landa said in his report, that, you know, the decision at that time from the board was to go to try to sell it on our own. Okay, since January 2014 till now, you know, we realized that it's, you know, a burden and too many things involved in a taxpayer's property, you know, that we are not prepared for that. Then was discussed at a committee meeting on grounds the convenience and the safety and to do the things right, to hire a real estate agency. And this was brought to the board as, you know, an update item on last board meeting last week, and now is bring to the board to take action in the, you know, if we are able to hire, you know, to bid for real estate to take care of that property. Has to be shown at night, has to be shown on Saturdays, on Sundays, and we cannot do that. To do it right is impossible to do that.
I have Solicitor joining us on the.
Okay.
One of the things,
Go
I'm sorry that I missed out on that meeting where, I mean, it was agreed, but one of the things that I felt I needed to bring about was that selling a piece of property, a real estate, you know, as Mr. Calderon and Mr. Joaquin Rodriguez have experience in doing that. It takes the process of getting a clean title, getting showing the property. I mean, it's a handful, okay? And in hindsight, yeah, in hindsight, and I'm sorry again. I apologize for missing out on that meeting. I would have recommended that we hire a real estate broker, so that they could handle this particular issue or the sale of this property.
Hire a professional.
Hire a professional. I mean, you know, and you know that's the bottom line. I don't know now, according to legal counsel. I mean, she presented what needs to be done, the wording, and I think that we should move on this. Okay, that's my take on it.
Okay. Mr. Valdez?
No, same thing.
Same thing?
We need it.
Mr. Rodriguez?
I think Mr. I refer to Mr.
No.
Well, but I feel like, if out of an abundance of caution, we need to follow the steps set up by Celeste Lita, our council. I don't think it needs to be done nationally. I think we have enough brokers locally that handle commercial property, residential property, and there are all kinds of property that they could do it. Furthermore, most of those folks are on the internet. And, you know, the property could be viewed, you know, excessively. I don't think that going nationwide or statewide to advertise a piece of property that's priced, I think, at $350,000 is going to attract a lot of folks in terms of bids for the sale of the property. And furthermore, if they're from out of town, they're not gonna be on the ground here at Eagle Pass.
Right.
To show the property.
Any other
I
comments?
might add the law says that it must be advertised in the local newspaper when you're asking for bids from, for professional. And a real estate agent is a licensed professional. They're just not someone who knows a little more about land than we do or a little more about property, but there's someone who's passed a test to demonstrate that they have the expertise to handle the intricacies of such a transaction.
Correct.
I think one of
You
the,
have to,
Mr.
we're looking for bids from individuals, that bids should be posted, at least twice over a period of 14 days, and it should be published in a local newspaper according to the, Texas rules.
Okay.
I think one of the concerns that I have is that, I think this board has been dealing with this, not only since January of this year, but since last year. I think it goes back to maybe as early as October of 2013. And this board had several discussions, and at these meetings, the board had, at that time, felt differently, and of not using a real estate broker at the time, in order to save our district and our taxpayers monies. From a very early beginning, I have been, every month, been telling administration and advising my fellow board members to have general counsel give us the procedures for a governmental entity to be able to sell the property. And I believe we got those in January this year. And at the January board meeting, this board voted to place it for sale. At that time, it was not approved that it be through a real estate broker, and that bids for the property itself be placed. And the problem is that we haven't even done that yet. I mean, here we are 2 months later, and we still haven't even advertised the property on the newspaper that we're accepting bids with a deadline of March the 21st. I'm very concerned as to the administration's management of this board's policies and decisions. I don't think that the board's policies have been carried out. This board has requested since at least January to announce it and place it for sale. And what council has proposed to us that is on our screen is the request for the hiring of a broker. But we have yet to see the request for accepting bids for this property. They haven't been published yet. And we had set a deadline of March the 21st, which we're looking at, what, 2 weeks from now? And we still haven't done that yet.
The motion is made, it's been seconded. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. All those opposed?
I'll abstain.
Okay, 4 in favor and 1 abstention.